a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty. Keep your battery charged. You know it won't stick, yo. And it's not his fault you kick slow.
That was the beginning of All Caps by Mad Villain / MF Doom on this wonderful Friday. Well, I wouldn't say wonderful. The weather's kind of, iffy. Welcome back to the PowerOn podcast. I'm your host, Spice Mikey, once again, with the show all about DC esports updates, and a few recommendations for me weekly again. This week we have two guests, actually. We'd like to welcome back Grant, who is the coach for Rivals and Smash, and then we have, funnily enough, their star player, Starver. So, guys, how are we doing today? How are we feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I got some wet socks because the rain outside is pretty bad, so feeling pretty good though.
I'm chilling, can't complain. It's Friday, woke up on the good side of the bed, played a bit of chess this morning, got whooped, but besides that, feeling good, ready for a good podcast.
Hey,
I'm all good to go.
That's brain food, man. Honestly, I wake up every morning, I do my LinkedIn games, and just get my brain going. That's the best way to that's the best way to do it. So we're just going through a little questions for you. We're going to be talking about Smash Bros. Today, as both of these guys are pretty experienced in the game. And first question I'm going to ask you guys, last week I asked Grant what his online alias was and what it meant to him, how it came to be, which is Top Gap. Ended up being Tyler One reference, which, awesome. So Starver, how did Star come to be?
Star, so my tag Starver, I have many brothers, and I loved playing games with them when I was younger. And I was, I guess, too young to make my own kind of username because I was 5 years old.
Right.
So they made this username. I don't know where it came from, Starver. I was 5 or 6, and I've just stuck with it ever since.
Right.
And now it's iconic. Everyone knows it.
Yeah, I mean, whenever we're typing your name in on the POS system, it's it's Star. It's not your actual name. It's I feel like everybody knows you by Star and not really.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you feel about that? Your name, your online name, taking that role.
It feels really comfortable. Well, it's still some of my personal friends in the community still call me by Starber, which I don't mind, but my name is Star, so it is kind of a little funky, but it is my username.
Yeah,
so I can't be too mad about it.
Yeah, that's fair. So, as you guys have a lot of experience in Smash, everybody kind of knows their mains, as it were. So Grant, Wii Fit trainer, King DDD, we all know. And, it's a little bit more up in the air, mysterious for you, Star, because you told me one day that it's Dr. Mario, but it's not really Dr. Mario. It's
no.
What? Okay, so explain, who would you consider to be your main in Smash?
So, I wouldn't say I have a main. I've never really had a main. I've just had characters that I play the most.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I have a character crisis, which means you don't explicitly have a main. You kind of just shift through different kind of characters and then kind of figure out which ones you like the most or not, which I've kind of gone through that since my whole competitive career with Smash, and I'm pretty happy with it because I like it a lot. It means I can do a lot of things like counter picks. I can just play whoever, play comfortable. So I'm in no necessarily mains, but I do have favorites.
Who would you say is in that list of favorites, top
list
3?
Of favorites? I'd say Donkey Kong. I'd say Roy, and I'd say Kazuya.
Why would those 3 be your favorites?
They're very explosive. They're very, if you get one opening, you could just do everything off of that one thing.
Yeah.
You could just take stocks so fast, and they're so fun.
And Grant, back to you. Why did you kind of gravitate towards these campy kind of, cheesy picks?
So, as I discussed last week with Rivals, I am a very defensive player. So, for Smash, because of that, I naturally gravitate towards zoners, which is an archetype that just basically sits back as far as possible and just hurls things at you. I know for me, I've gone through a couple different characters over time, but I just found my best character just happens to be, Wii Fit, which the main archetype, the traditional playstyle is really just to sit back and camp.
Yeah.
DDD fills that same role very well. And then I guess Rocket Raccoon and Rivals also just sits back and just, chucks balls at you, right? So, like, I got an archetype when it's just that kind of thing. And I can play other characters decently, but, I've gotten myself in such a position where I've put so much time into these, like, crummy characters that I'm like, it's like the sunk cost fallacy. It's like it's too late for me to learn a new character 7 years into the game. But no, I enjoy it. Like, I know my opponents don't always. Dude, I went to a Toronto tournament a couple of months ago, and like, I fought some other dude who was also camping me. But like, dude, every game almost went to time, and they were like cheering every time I got hit. But it was like the most like mythical.
I do vouch. I was here for this. The crowd was something else. It was phenomenal.
Dude, as the saying goes, in probably most games with Smash specifically, you gotta play lame to win games. Straight up, is what it is.
And I remember talking to you like last week or 2 weeks ago that like I don't play Smash a lot, like enough to be like competitive, I want to say, but the characters that I do play, I play Falcon and Donkey Kong.
Right.
And Grant last
Hype
week,
aura moments.
yeah, exactly, hype and aura. Grant said that last week that like Captain Falcon is too honest of a character to be able to play, or you have to be just actually better than your opponent rather than cheesing them. So I feel like that kind of play lame to win games wouldn't really fit
your kind of play style.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Because I'm trying to just like, if you're off stage, I'm going off stage with you, and if one of us is dying, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
get this man on Sonic.
Yeah, like the characters that I gravitate towards mostly, like, I want to say are pretty like string and combo heavy characters. Like, I like to play Mario too.
Right.
Mario's really fun, and again with the hype moments in aura, I just down throw and forward air and off stage, and just if it hits, it hits, and if they die, that's dopamine in my brain.
Right. That's another thing for me I like too, is like those cutscene combo characters. It's like a full minute of just advantage. You just combo them the entire time.
I got hit by one move, like put down my controller for 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Kazuya's exactly that.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of silly to have that in the game, and like there's ways to mitigate it to some degree, with like how you can like move your stick and stuff. But some characters like Kazuya.
Yeah, the DLC definitely changed the game a lot.
Dude, DLC pack 2 is like every character in that pack is
especially
like
the competitive scene. It's a whole different thing now.
Yeah.
Like, I remember originally when the first like DLC pack came out, and like people started picking up Joker, and Joker was like really good for a little bit. Like, I don't know exactly why Joker was good. I'm a Persona fan, so like when I started playing Smash, like I'm gonna play Joker, obviously. But I didn't understand like why he was good.
Right.
But then, like the pack 2 came out, and everybody's just like, these characters are just ridiculous.
I think the first DLC pack was like the best thing they've done. The second one was a whole different landslide, though. It's honestly ruined the game for me.
Really?
Like, especially in the competitive scene, like Steve, Kazuya, Min.
Yeah.
Those are like, those 3 characters alone they just dominate top level.
And like for the most part, they're very Kazuya's whatever, but like either very unfun to watch or very unfun to play against.
Yeah.
But if you want to win, as the saying goes, you got to play lame to win games, right? So be what it be.
So being as it like play lame to win games, I don't assume, maybe Grant does kind of attest to this. Like, what appeals to you guys when it comes to competitive Smash?
What appeals?
I'd say the community.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, because there are always going to be outliers to that statement.
Yeah.
But like in terms of a local scene, like Durham region, like Smash traditionally is played offline. It is played online as well, but the online is terrible. Yeah. But the offline community, especially like locally within the GTA, Toronto, whatever, is great. Like everyone's really cool. Like me and Star are good friends with a lot of people within the Durham Smash scene. Like it's been the same people year in, year out since like the older Smash titles and onwards, and it just continues to grow. And it's a really tight knit group. Honestly, like without the community, I probably wouldn't play this game. Yeah. It's more of like a social gathering to go to an event versus like playing to win, because there's really no money in the scene anyways. It's really just for the love of the game, really.
Right. What about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. To piggyback off of what he said, though, Grant, I've actually known through Smash, like prior to working here, and he's been like a good friend of mine for a while now, I'd say. But mostly my experience, especially the local scene in Durham, a lot of my personal friends now, like close friends, have been through the Smash scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them, I can ask for anything and they'll just kind of be like really good friends of mine. And I find that really interesting through Smash of all games, because I feel like most other games are just kind of online tournaments and such, whereas Smash, I do really like the in-person aspect of it. Especially that's why I personally hardly ever enter online tournaments, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for the community. You know? Right.
Definitely.
And I think the whole scene is most of the scene.
Yeah,
I
most
should
of the
say-
scene.
Most of the scene, I
Obviously,
should say,
the outliers,
is
but-
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, going off that again, when, like, you guys go to local tournaments, whatever, what would your, if you were to pick one thing that you guys, like, kind of look back on and be like, wow, this is why we do it, what would your favorite tournament moments be?
I feel I get two answers to that question. One's a bit more general than the other. So I was talking about this briefly to Michael prior to starting the podcast today. I think my favorite Smash moment ever would be watching Star play a collegiate like crew battle online.
Yeah.
And sweeping the team with Kazuya because they wanted to go Final Destination the whole time. Specifically, there was an instance where Star did an infinite combo on one of the enemy team, and like the combos only like you can only do it on like certain characters, like a certain weight class or whatever, which is like a few portion of the roster. So naturally, Star does it, and you know it loops and loops and loops, and it's become like a bit of an in joke within the Smash team. It is quite funny. I think. In general, like my favorite event that I kind of go to is Get on My Level, which is like a huge tournament that's downtown every single year. That's always a really good time. You know, big community event. People come from all across the world. Like it's in the Sheraton downtown Toronto. It's like thousands of people that come. But in terms of like just spectating in general, this would be I think a year or two back. There was a big tournament in New York called Let's Make Big Moves, and I got to watch I think he was then on the team, but current assistant coach for Smash, Mitch Tags Gamer.
Yeah.
Best Donkey Kong in Canada, arguably.
The beast.
Top 5 DK in the world.
Yeah, like he's goated on the sticks.
Very good player.
But he beats the best, I'd say probably best Lucario in the world. At the time, #1 player in Quebec, one of the best in Canada, Armadillo, who shall not be named nowadays. But anyways, it was a really big upset, and I was really excited to watch that. I was freaking out in my bedroom just watching that live stream. It was very memorable.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Some of mine, one of my favorite things about the scene is I love the pop-offs.
Yeah.
Yes.
The pop-offs are very interesting. Actually, there was a big tournament last weekend where top, I want to say 5 player in the world, Spargo, lost to a player seeded only, I think 70.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeded 70, like pretty much projected to not even beat him at all. Like not even very close. And to explain it best, he beat him like very convincingly, and the pop off was quite questionable. Not to name any names, but there's been a lot of pop offs that people make, like when they're super excited about a huge upset, but a lot of the pop offs are very questionable, you could say. Like it's not rehearsed at all.
Yeah,
like,
but it
they're getting the
feels
excitement out, you know.
Raw
but-
emotion.
Yeah, it's just raw emotions, and it's a lot of people would say cringe, but there are some very good pop-offs as well. In 2022, my first upset was against a top 5 player in Ontario, and I was super excited because that was like my first upcoming like my first like breakout, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like seriously like into the game. Like I really wanted to like win every set and everything. Super excited, like stomping my feet.
Yeah.
Everything, it was awesome. And just like the whole crowd scene, especially having probably like 30, 40 people behind me just watching that set because they saw I was about to win, it just gets me going, you know?
Yeah, that's
It's
fair.
awesome.
I feel like what's it called? Competing is like a completely different thing. Like obviously Smash is like casual, but it's also you can like make it into an actual fighting game through like rules, like that kind of stuff. Like if someone you know is like really good casually at Smash, like would you recommend them to start like going to locals and start competing?
I would recommend just to try it.
Yeah.
You don't have to necessarily be into the scene, but at least trying one tournament or two just to kind of see where your skill level lies. Like in our local scene, we have one of the players there who literally every tournament I've played him at, he's gotten so much better every time. Like, do you remember the tag Donuts?
Donuts, yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, he's like, when I first played him, I think it was probably his second or third tournament. Not the best player, he's still learning.
Yeah.
Maybe sixth tournament, I played him last week. He almost beat me.
Was that the
Crazy good.
Was that the tournament that you guys went to? It was
It was last Friday.
Yeah, I was looking for the stream for that. They didn't stream.
Yeah, no, they didn't stream.
I was
the internet there was a little scuffed.
Yeah, that's fair. I was ready to watch Gamer, but it was unfortunate. But
yeah, I think that like competing as a like lower level player, so to speak, is not an inherently bad thing beyond like obviously being out the money. But generally, like, unless you are the best of the best, you're not really earning money from doing good anyways. It's really just for the experience and, like, the fun of it. And even if you do win, you're getting, like, your entry fee back, if not, like, plus, like, $15. And it's $15 to enter. Like, you're doubling your money for 4 hours of work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, go get a job. But yeah, I think for the fun of it, it's great. Like, it's a lot of people I've been seeing like at the local tournaments, and like I only go few and far between, to be honest, because like I know, although I've been competing for a long time, I am not great by any means. It is what it is. I do it for the fun of it. But there's certain people there who I've never seen before who, like, even though they might not be winning all their games, they're still having a great time and making friends and making memories. And that's really what it's all about. Like, even when I first got into the Smash scene, like, I've been doing competition for some time, like, since Smash 4 or whatever. But, my first couple tournaments that were actually hosted at Durham College in the esports arena.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm Star Wars at those ones,
I was there. I was 12 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, like, those tournaments back then, like, just going with a buddy or two and just making memories, and it's all about the experience. Like, I had a close game versus this top player, especially with like the local scene in Durham. Dude, it's so stacked. Like, you go to a 10-person local, and like 4 of the 10 people are like Ontario PR. Which, like, Ontario is a very strong region. Like, in Canada, far less like globally. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, never a dull moment.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the times when we're like talking about like what, like when I asked Matt, like what about competitive gets him excited? I asked you, Grant, what about competitive gets you guys excited? It always comes back to like that community of it all. Like Matt said, like being on varsity, like everybody in varsity is really cool, like just getting new friends. And like you guys said that the Smash scene is just like a social outlet essentially. Yeah. I feel like that really speaks to how kind of tight knit all these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's more powerful than words can really say.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more than just a game.
Yeah, exactly. It's more than just a game. And that's another thing that really gets me irked when people just like, oh, it's just a game. My mom's like, oh, this makes you sound like really complaining. My mom's like, oh, you're gonna go play your game. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play my game, but my friends are playing the game. It's like I love to be on the game with my friends playing the game. Right. It's just like it all comes back to friendship and
the social aspect.
Yeah, exactly. So, last question here. I asked Grant last week, and he said the smashed kitchen and grill.
Okay.
Star, what's your favorite your go-to food spot in Durham?
Go-to food spot. There is this one that I go to with not only my family but usually friendly gatherings as well. It's Wow Wings in Whitby. Very good spot. They also have a pool table.
Is it Wow Wing House?
Wow Wings.
Is it by the Giant Tiger?
Yeah, it's by the Giant
Tiger. Dude,
Tiger.
that place is so good.
It's so good.
That place is really good.
Always get the Markham special, if not the Jaffna fries. Very good.
Okay, I'll have to tap in because like Matt gave me a place. I don't know if you guys have been to Mom's Kitchen up there.
Oh yeah.
That place is crazy good.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's just giving me these places. I'm gonna have to start a list. That's like I need to hit these places like every week or whatever.
Start like a food review channel.
No, seriously.
Dude, my one buddy put me on. He's got this like Google Maps like I guess share list that has every single like location within the GTA, Durham, Toronto, whatever. That's all marked as like food spots you see on TikTok. He said it looks really good. So whenever I'm going to somewhere I'm like not super familiar with, I'm like,
food spot.
Let me pull up my Google Maps, see what time I pinned, you know what I mean? And then, it's over from there. Everything's been great.
Yeah. I don't eat out as often as I, used to, but I think I'm definitely gonna. What was it? Wow Wings.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
They got one in Oshawa, actually.
There is one in Oshawa.
Oh, really?
It's right by. It's like I'll say Ritson. No,
it's by Harmony.
Yeah, it's Harmony and Taunton.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's right by Makamono.
Is it better or?
Yeah. I've never been to that location. But
Okay.
The one in Whitby does have a full table.
Okay.
I've never sat into that location. I've gotten takeout. It's pretty good. They got another one in Pickering as well.
Yeah.
It's like Finch and Altona-ish.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I live right around there, so.
You gotta tap in, dude. It's really
I
good.
think I might have to. Just one bus
they do
away.
have really good garlic parm wings.
I was gonna say
that's my go-to.
I do the they have hot honey garlic parm.
Oh yeah, those are really good.
It's
as well.
peak,
dude.
The boneless, ooh,
Dude,
I
haven't eaten today. Like you guys are making me really crazy hungry.
My fault.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to say something to somebody to be like, "Yo, let's get wings," and then I know a spot. But honestly, if you guys have anything to plug, any events that are coming up that you guys would like to say, now would be the time. If there's anything that's coming up for you guys.
Well, I know me and Star got an event we're doing tomorrow alongside Gamer, the DK player. We're going to a really sizable tournament downtown Toronto at University of Toronto, like St. George campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Campus Clash 3. I think there's over 200 people registered.
Roughly around almost 300-ish, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's between a couple different titles, but the registration for Smash has been capped. So it's reached 160 players for singles. They have collegiate crew battles as well, which Durham's competing in.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that going on. I think it's actually the largest collegiate crew battle in Ontario history, which is really cool. Like 15 teams, something like that. Like it's over 10. It's really
pretty
big.
Stacked.
Yeah, it's
Very,
all across
very
Ontario.
stacked event in total.
There's people coming from like upstate New York and a couple a bit of international talent who are like international students in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Even our best Canadian player, he's coming out of retirement just for this tournament.
He's been on the Street Fighter grind and he's coming back to. At one point, he was in my bracket path. Anything's possible. Just saying.
Actually, on that note, I did play him last year, like on campus here.
Oh, really?
In the esports arena, yeah.
Didn't Mitch play him as well at some point?
Mitch
is a top player though. Like I feel like that makes sense. But
hey, man, I almost took a game in the arena. So
I think number one voice now former probably because I'm
former top 10 in the world, by the way.
Well,
number one in Canada.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Is that one's gonna be streamed? I assume it's a pretty.
Oh
big,
yeah, that's
definitely
yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure to tap in that tomorrow. Like what time ish?
I'm trying to think what time cruise starts at.
Oh, cruise?
Well, I guess both.
It's usually around I think it's around 11ish.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll
up bright and early.
I'll definitely tap in, watch my first star, and what's it called? Watch all you guys play.
Probably try to throw it in like the varsity streams chat.
Yeah.
On the varsity Discord.
Yeah,
or something.
I'll make sure to do that, or at least tell Alex to do that. Right. Coming up after the music break, I'm going to give you guys some updates on DC Esports as a whole. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at DCSA Media Hub and at SpiceMikey7. We're going to play some music. It's Crosshairs by Danger Doom.
Getting sick and tired of a friggin' liar. Pelican with some very soft mangoes, a closet full of skeletons and terry cloth Kangos. Flew the coop before you hit it, let me warn you. She did a cool hula hoop, but don't get any on you. It's all a big scam to make y'all eat pig ham. When he's on the mic, he's like the trigger man, fig jam. Doom, not to be confused with nobody, especially since the flows he used was so nutty. Never too woozy to go study. Crews got no clues like old cruddy Officer McGillicuddy. Watch your six, he got a lot of more tricks, lyrics, bricks on sticks, sure got raw nittics. It's a gift, don't get shot for kicks. With the same slick used to plot sick Vicks with. Spotted at a chick flick, holding hands, the other one on his swollen glands. A golden chance is why he kept them holes in his pants. Rolling in an old van is what he told his stolen fans. Is that you? True. Match from hat to shoe. Snafu, snatching a brew. Labatt's blue. Black Jew like that's new. Patch me through. No latch attached. Scat shoe. Catch 22. Super. These loaded dice nice and overpriced. The arm and the leg, all your life, all your ice. Villain, nag a grieving old hag. Snag a bragger by his mic cord and leave him holding the bag. Come clean, a bunch of dumb mean cream puffs. A keen drum machine buff who fiends for more green stuff. Instead of starving, there be problems by the glue guards, alright? Somebody's robbing Lou Dobbs them tonight. And he's on the next flight, moonbound, and makes it a point to stay away from the goon pound. Got some peers that's gone in the lost years, tears and cheers, born in the crosshairs.
Welcome back to the PowerOn podcast. Once again, I'm your host, Spice Mikey, and now again, I'm going to give you a rundown on DC esports as of this week. So starting with League of Legends, as I'm the most comfortable with that. We haven't played a game, and we haven't played an official NECC match in 2 weeks. Everybody keeps rescheduling on us. I think they're just, honestly, they're ducking the fade. But we do have a few games coming up this week on Sunday and on Monday of this week, next week. On the 22nd and 23rd, we're facing SMU Huskies and Dalhousie White. We've actually have a pretty extensive history with Dalhousie. We faced them about, I want to say 3 times last year, 1 time in scrims this year. We've scrimmed them a bunch, and I don't want to say anything, but we've kind of whipped them each and every time. Yeah, and then we have another game on March 3rd. So we have 3 games coming in within a week of each other. And scrims are looking good. The team's gelling well together as of even without the kind of playing experience with new players. The team's gelling well. We're playing well. Scrims are looking good, and we just need to find a way to stay locked in during this kind of gameless phase. For Rivals, unfortunately, they lost to Ithaca Blue 0-3, but I know they're gonna bounce back real good. They're again, I feel like every team is gelling really well. It's just a matter of how long the semester goes on, and how well they continue to play in scrims and practice and solo queue and whatever. Smash, as we were just talking with Star and Grant earlier, they got another win due to forfeit. Again, I think the same team that forfeited them the last time, Siena University A, they FF this one. So now they're sitting at undefeated 3-0 in the NECC. Call of Duty, they started off winning their first game against Rutgers 3-1, but after that they fell short, losing to Fisher 0-3, making their CLL record 4-2. See, all these teams, the league team normally scrims on Thursdays, or at one time during the week, and we kind of cross paths with the COD guys. Those guys I feel like every week I say they love the game, but everybody, I think they're in there 3 to 4 times a week just playing, practicing. I think they're in 3 different leagues. They definitely love to compete. They're loud, they're rowdy, they are COD players through and through, but we love them all the same. So Rocket League, they're back in full effect. They took a 3-0 win in their OCC league with help from their super sub Bitmonster. So once again, don't forget to follow us on social media at DCSA Media Hub and at SpiceMikey7 on Instagram, and join the Durham College esports Discord. Again, I think it's next week. They're celebrating the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and upcoming Pokemon Day this month. The giveaway is Pokemon My First Deck. We're going to play some music here live from the Media Hub at riotradio.ca. Here's Make It Real by 8485 and Somewhere a Judge by Hop Along.
My boy.
not saying nothing. Make me feel, and that's not saying nothing.
You know how to make me feel, and that's not saying nothing. This is something you said. I think it wants to steal all of the space in my head. Spinning on four wheels, just turn me over and down. Are you scared? Are we all turning digital? 'Cause physically I'm locked down. You know I got so weird, and I think I need a miracle or just someone to let me out. Oh, you can call me up late at night. Wanna see your face sometime. Fingertips chase the line. Wanna see a waste of mine. If you wait to see I'm throwing up, wrapping up, I spill your cup. Left the party, stain the rug. I can't really get enough. You know how to make me feel. Be only I just wanna make you feel. You be my boy and I'll be your girl.
There you have it, the beginning and the end. The intern shovel still covered in shit. Death indiscriminate tracks off the newborn buck with a broken leg. In the shadow of conversations had while I was asleep. Not to mention the years of conversations you've had
that was Somewhere a Judge by Hopalong. I think I know I mentioned the album Bark Your Head Off Dog last week as my album of the week, and that was one of the probably the notable track on that album. And you guys get to hear it. Really good. I normally like to make this joke where I think it originates from Final Fantasy, where he goes, "Oh me, Gungaga." But I normally like to make the jokes like, "Oh me, I don't know why I'm so mean each time I visit," as the song says over and over and over and over. But it's really catchy, really good tune. So again, this week, I don't want to say my favorite because I like to interview these guys. I like doing it all. My recommendations, my album of the week and song of the week. This week, my album of the week is Vaudeville Villain by Victor Vaughn. I have been feeling very, I've been back into my MF Doom phase this week of the past few days. And this album, Vaudeville Villain, is, in my opinion, Doom's best album. It's very grimy, like the Victor Vaughn persona, but it still has like all of the charm of all of the other Doom albums, right? And if I were to rank them, I'm not a ranking man, but if I were to put them in a tier list and rank them specifically, I would say Vaudeville Villain is the top one. Coming up with Vaudeville Villain's like up here, and then like Mad Villainy would be here, and then Food. And then Operation Doomsday, Take Me to Your Leader. There are more. There's the Danger Mouse album, which we heard Crosshairs from earlier. That album is also really good. But I would say nothing really compares to Vaudeville Villain in my mind. I actually think that this album has probably the best 3-song run in like pretty much any rap album, with starting with Vaudeville Villain, going to Lick Upon, and then the drop. These 3 songs are probably like in the top, I want to say 20 favorite rap songs ever, and probably the top 5 of just MF Doom songs. Vaudeville Villain starts off with these blasting horns that are just really get you into the album, make you feel like, wow, this is really happening. This kind of boisterous sound, and then Doom gets on, starts rhyming, does what Doom does, and it really makes you kind of, it really hits you. Then Lick Upon is just I want to say 3 minutes of just endless rhymes. Really, probably, I think that's my favorite Doom song. I know it's my favorite Doom song, actually. It's probably it's what's it called? I think my most listened to Doom song ever, which is a pretty long list, as in like 2020, 2021, 2022, those years I was listening to Doom nonstop, just straight. I'm a big Doom guy, is what I would say. And then, fun fact about this album, I actually have a special edition vinyl of this album. It only cost me about $70 at Play D Record. It sounds like a One Piece guy. Sounds Play D Record in Toronto. It's I think somewhere on Spadina. That place is really good. Just thousands of albums, of vinyls. Really great collector store. And another notable track, I'll have to shout out one of my friends, Milk Enjoyer. Funnily enough, her favorite song of this album is Lactose and Lecithin, which is funny. Her name, Milk Enjoyer, Lactose. Funnily enough, that song's really good. It's the fourth song in that actually in that run, that Vaudeville Villain, Lick Upon, then the drop, and then it goes Lactose and Lecithin. But shout out Milk Enjoyer. She's honestly been asking for a shout out since the first episode. I'm like, dude, like, chill out. No clout from here. No free ads. I think she needs to hit my PayPal, hit my e-transfer right now. So going into my song of the week, actually, is What's Up by Joey Valence and Bray. I think first episode, I mentioned that Hyper Youth was my album of the week, I think 3 weeks ago. And this is one of every track on that album is a notable one. But this one is kind of like I don't want to say first banger, but it's like one of those songs that you play in at one of their concerts, and it's like, wow, like we're getting into like the moshing, everybody's dancing, everybody that kind of thing. We're getting into that part of the concert, and that's kind of exactly what happened. Even though they didn't have JPEG Mafia at the concert that I went to, it was still was still like a highlight of it. And it's incredibly hype. It serves as like a transition from the album, from like the more nostalgic, like I don't want to grow up kind of motif. I say motif. It makes you sound like Fantano again. Kind of motif of the album to the more, yeah, we're hitting you with bangers. We're hitting you with bangers. Is a feature of JPEG Mafia, one of the most notable alternative rap artists. His album, I can't remember what the album is called. I guess I'm just not as big of a Peggy guy as I thought, but I think Peggy, Danny Brown, all those guys, really great artists. And I want to say my third thing that just came to mind. I've been having, I want to say, a lot of NPC interactions recently, where people are just coming up to me and talking, and I feel like I'm just exhausting their dialogue options, which ultimately might sound like a bad thing, but it really it's not. I really like these people coming up to me. I love talking to people. It's like they're coming up. I think yesterday he came up, one guy in the esports arena, he came up yesterday. He said, look, this is he came to talk to me about the Virtual Boy, which is a Nintendo, one of Nintendo's biggest flops ever. Really bad system, poor graphics, caused seizures, that kind of stuff for people who wore it. It's pretty much like the first version of VR. You just put it on your face, and then it's actually really uncomfortable. You kind of have to sit like this, hold the Virtual Boy like this, and it's just really bad in concept. But in the newer years, they're kind of fleshing out that idea more with the kind of emergence of VR, and he actually has like a Switch VR where you slide the Switch in, VR goggles. It was pretty cool, but it felt a little bit unskippable. I felt like I was just talking to him, and I was like, yeah, like he was trying to force me to try it. I didn't really want to, but eventually I did kind of put it on. I'm like, wow, this guy's actually kind of spitting like this. I think my third recommendation is what I'm saying is indulge in these NPC interactions. What you may see is NPC sounds kind of mean because it makes them kind of lesser than a person, but that's what I kind of perceive as those kind of interactions. So unfortunately, that's all the time I have. This is the end of the episode. I look forward to seeing you guys back next week. Don't forget to follow us on social media once again at DCSA Media Hub, and you can follow me at SpiceMikey7. We're here to play you out is Hope by Alex G.